The Stanley Hotel, Colorado. The man who built the hotel. The Stanley Hotel was born from illness, ambition, and a strange twist of fate. In the early 1900s, inventor Freelan Oscar Stanley, creator of the Stanley steamer automobile, was diagnosed with tuberculosis, a disease that, back then, was often a slow death sentence. His doctor advised him to seek fresh mountain air. So, in the summer of 1903, he traveled to a quiet valley at the edge of the Rocky Mountains, a place called Estes Park, Colorado. The crisp air revived him. He didn't just recover, he thrived. And with that renewed life came a new vision: to build a grand hotel, one that would bring the same peace and beauty to others that had saved him. He said he wanted to create a monument to elegance in the wilderness. And in 1909, he did. White columns, red roof, shining chandeliers, a place so refined it looked like a palace, dropped from the East Coast, straight into the heart of the mountains. But even in those first bright days, some guests felt something, a stillness beneath the laughter, a whisper between the walls, as if the hotel itself were alive, watching. A monument to elegance. The Stanley Hotel was the definition of luxury. Electricity, running water, telephones in every room, things almost unheard of in the Wild West. Wealthy guests arrived from Denver and Boston, stepping out of shining motorcars, ready to escape the noise of the world. They dined under crystal chandeliers, danced to live orchestras, and wandered the hallways lined with fine art. But the nights in the Rockies are long, when the winds howl down from the peaks, and the fog settles low around the valley. The echoes inside the hotel seem to take on a life of their own. One night, a guest swore he heard faint piano music drifting through the halls. Long after the ballroom had gone dark, the staff said it was Mrs. Flora Stanley, the founder's wife, who loved to play for guests. Sometimes, late at night, they say you can still hear her. Soft, graceful notes echoing through empty corridors. A melody from another century. Room 217. Every great hotel has a story. At the Stanley, that story lives inside Room 217. In 1911, a violent storm swept through Estes Park. Power was lost, and a housekeeper named Elizabeth Wilson went room to room, lighting gas lanterns for the guests. But when she entered Room 217, she didn't know that a gas leak had filled the air. The flame ignited. A blinding explosion tore through the floor, hurling her across the room. By all accounts, she should have died. But somehow, she survived. And from that night on, something changed. Guests in Room 217 have reported lights turning on and off by themselves, suitcases unpacking neatly while they were away, couples waking to feel a gentle tug on their blankets, as if someone were making the bed around them. One man said he woke in the middle of the night and saw a faint figure standing at the foot of his bed, a woman in an old maid's uniform holding a lamp. She smiled, kindly, then vanished into the wall. They say Mrs. Wilson still tends to her duties, always polite, always orderly, even after death. The children of the fourth floor. If Room 217 belongs to Mrs. Wilson, the fourth floor belongs to someone or something else. It's the highest level of the hotel, once used as a nursery and servants' quarters. Today, guests who stay there tell similar stories. Late at night, faint footsteps, soft laughter, the sound of children running when no one is there. One couple said they heard a small ball bouncing outside their room. When they opened the door, it rolled slowly toward them and stopped. No children, no footsteps, just silence. The air up there feels different, thinner, colder, as if the walls remember every breath, every giggle from a century ago. And when the lights flicker, just for a second, some swear they can see shadows darting down the hall, small shapes that disappear when the light returns. The ghosts of the ballroom. The grand ballroom of the Stanley Hotel once hosted glittering parties, laughter, dancing, and the soft glow of chandeliers. Now, it's mostly quiet, but sometimes, at night, security guards hear faint music echoing through the empty space. The piano plays, soft, uncertain, as if someone invisible were practicing a song long forgotten. When they check the room, it's empty, except for the piano, its keys still moving slightly, as though touched by unseen hands. Others have seen figures in old-fashioned clothes, dancing slowly across the floor, partners made of mist and moonlight. And in one of the ballroom mirrors, a reflection has been caught more than once. A man in a dark suit watching from the shadows. When the camera pans back, no one is there. They say the Stanleys loved this room most of all. Maybe that's why they never left it. The Rider and the Shining. In 1974, a young writer named Stephen King checked into the Stanley Hotel with his wife. It was the end of the season. They were the only guests. That night, he dreamed. His little boy was running down the endless halls, screaming, being chased by something unseen. King woke up, heart pounding. He sat at the window, looking out over the dark valley, and an idea began to take shape. By morning, The Shining was born. The Stanley didn't just inspire a novel. It became part of America's haunted identity, a place where imagination and fear intertwine. Today, you can still stay in room 217. You might sleep soundly, or you might wake to the sound of a door creaking open by itself. Perhaps you'll feel a soft tug on your blanket. Or maybe, if you listen closely, you'll hear the faint notes of a piano playing somewhere in the distance. Welcome to Colorado. Welcome to the Haunted Atlas.